My name is Cassie and I am Hispanic. I believe there is a systematic nature of oppression that determines fate of certain people before they are even born. These people are often minorities in low social classes. There are stereotypes in America that cause minorities to be seen as lesser and often looked down upon in their everyday lives for no real reason. These stereotypes can include educational expectations and how police officers act towards them.
My name is Lauren and I'm white and Hispanic, and I believe that there's a systematic nature of oppression that determines the fate of people before they're even born. This is because in most cases, certain minority races are associated with lower educational expectations, which causes people like the government to make decisions about things such as the amount of prisons to build based on the number of minority students in schools.
Sheree Smith. I identify as Black. I believe criminality is an issue in America. There are proven cases where minorities are sentenced at a higher rate than like their white counterparts. There's a really good documentary out called 13th that kind of helped me see even more about criminality and how historically minorities and Blacks specifically have been sentenced for lesser crimes more frequently, and then have longer sentences to like keep the prison companies profitable. So I think when you have that type of system built in, that it's really hard to undo it.
My name is Rachel Farley, and I identify as white. And I'm answering the question, is criminality a class issue? And in my opinion, it absolutely is. And I think that the class and race issues cannot be separated. Because since our country has been in existence, the systemic racism that started and that our country really is built on has continued and can be seen today. So let's think. I'm trying to think of so many examples. Our education system is a great example. Our prison system is a great example. If someone who doesn't have as much money commits a crime, they are far more likely to have harsher punishments, both financially and in terms of like prison time, than if somebody who has more money, if they were to commit that same crime, they would not be treated equally. That coupled with the well-known system of targeting people of color and accusing them of crimes and persecuting them for these crimes to continue the system of oppression, I think makes it obvious that criminality is very much a class issue.
Okay.
So yes, I think criminality is a class issue. I think the legal system, the data and the information that is available shows that people of color, people from poor neighborhoods who commit same crimes as people in wealthy neighborhoods, the sentencing is biased against those poor or people of color. In addition, I think that wealthy people are more likely to be able to afford and get better legal representation. That may account for some of it, but I also think some of it is just simply a bias built into the legal system. I don't think people are predestined. I think the odds are certainly stacked against people who grow up in poor neighborhoods, but that doesn't mean that their destiny is already set out for them. I think the odds are less in their favor, but they're not insurmountable.
Hey, I'm Isabella Gonzalez. I'm a female. My mom's white. My dad is from Cuba. And I think criminality is an issue in America because, I mean, there's poor people in poor neighborhoods and there's rich people in rich neighborhoods. And obviously the schools are proven to be better in richer neighborhoods. There's more opportunities there, and in poorer neighborhoods, people don't really care about poor people. So obviously criminality is an issue.
My name is Kyrie, and I'm an African American male. and I believe that criminality is a class issue in America. I think this because white people automatically have better opportunities than minorities, and in some cases, even before they are born, they have access to better life and education and overall equality.
I believe criminality is a class issue in America due to the fact that lower classes often have to resort to crime in order to meet their basic needs. There are also less opportunities for those in lower classes. There's also a huge wage and education gap between the two classes that needs to be resolved.
I believe criminality is an issue in America because a person who is born into a poor family is automatically given less opportunity, and it is reversed for someone who is born into a family of wealth. These differences in opportunity are evident in the education system, the justice system, and overall treatment from others.